Okay, fellas, welcome back to the last one. We've gone through the worst skins of 2024, and now we've gone through the most missed potential skins of 2024. So now we're doing the best. Finally, we're gonna talk about the really, really good stuff that came out this year. And I think, what is it? I got 15 skins, so I got 5 honorable mentions, and I also have base 10 skins. Obviously, number 1 I have up on here is Badger Teemo, because this was such a nothing skin before the ASU. Just a complete meaningless palette swap that offered absolutely nothing, and it's so adorable now. I don't think it's anything super groundbreaking, but it's the obvious, it's Badger Mushroom Snake. It's the internet meme. But I think it's such a fun way to incorporate it. It's so cute. He's just so cute. He's just a cute little guy. I think it is swell. Next honorable mention I have is High Noon Evelyn. Mostly because I think it's been an enigma, of this year, that all the skins of the super popular ones they brought back, like Dragonmancer, Project, Blood Moon, and they just don't innovate at all.
Can't do it. I can't take this shit.
High Noon was the absolute baffling exception, where all the High Noon skins were bangers. And this one, I think, with Evelyn, this is so fun. Making her just like the waitress of the saloon, but she's still a devil. She's using it to prey on people. I think it's so fun. Obviously, it made a lot of people very normal. Next one I have here, I had to choose between the April Fool's skins. Like I said, the rule is there's only 1 per skin line, except an honorable mention. So I'll take the honorable mention to put my second favorite in there. Yeah, what do you want me to say about Choo Choo Orn? Like, what do I need to give this any more praise? I don't think I need to. My God, I love this. It's so funny, and Orn was in desperate need of a new skin for so long. Some joke skins try too hard to force them into an aesthetic, and it doesn't work. I think actually a peak example of that is Space Groove Orn, where I think they tried too hard to make Orn work in Space Groove, and it doesn't feel correct.
You are horrifying to look at, yes.
It doesn't quite come together. But with April Fools this year, they said, no, screw that. We're just making various joke skins that just work for the character. It's not all cheese, it's not all trains, it's not all toys. Choo Choo Orn works for Orn, so we're doing that. Cheese Twitch works for him, so we're doing that. That's great. I think if you're gonna do silly skins, take that approach. I think it works significantly better, and I love this one. I think it's wonderful. Honorable mention number 3. This one I wanted to put an honorable mention because Riot increased the price of a skin and substantially increased its quality along with it to the point where it's actually one of my favorite skins. I think Dragon Fist absolutely slaps now. It's not anything, again, it's not groundbreaking. It's Bruce Lee. That's the point. It's Bruce Lee's sin. I'm surprised they didn't call it that actually. But with all they did to it, giving it all the unique animations and the unique particle effects and actually fully realizing this concept of just being a Bruce Lee homage, I think it's wonderful now. It always felt kind of half-assed before, which is surprising that they pushed it so much. If you guys have seen the version on Wild Rift, they did completely reanimate it to the point that it's basically a legendary skin on that version of the game. But I think it's an absolute banger now. Aesthetically, if you like Bruce Lee, this skin is awesome now. It doesn't feel kind of lazy anymore. It feels fully realized, and I love that. Now we get the last honorable mention. And this one I couldn't put in top 10, but I did feel vindicated because of it. And for me, that's Arcane Vander Warwick. I really think this should have been the design of the show. How come when he is evolved and is no longer Vander in any way, shape, or form, the memories, the last remaining parts of Vander were literally burned away, and now he looks more human? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. This would have been the great opportunity to finally, okay, now he's Wolf. Now he's full-on werewolf with the tail and the muzzle and everything. And also the extra purple, the shimmer evolved stuff. I think it's much, much better than the design from the show and the Unbound one in TFT. I think it's much, much better.
Hey, yo, shut the fuck out, yo.
Now we get onto the top 10. This one I had to wrestle in my mind a bit whether or not I actually wanted to put in the top 10. But I think my bias towards a certain champion did change that.
Nico is best decision.
I love it. I thought I was fine at the start. It grows on me with every passing day of just how adorable it is. And the obvious other choice would be Gragas, right? And I think KDA Gragas existing as well is absolutely fantastic. Gragas really drops the ball for me though, because they called it Music Fan Gragas. They could have definitely gone the extra mile on it and given him like proper Heartsteel chromas and true damage and pentakill, and they didn't really. This is so, like, of course, if any champion is gonna run around Summer's Rift wearing a silly, goofy onesie, not only is it gonna be Nico, but it's doubly funny because if Nico wanted, she could just look like Chunk. A champion who can shapeshift into anything she wants, wearing a cosplay in itself is hilarious. I love it. I think it's so funny. For me, it's my favorite of the 3. 3. Now we get on to number 9. And this one, I was never expecting this champion to ever make a list of mine in anything, but I can't deny this is just Fiora's best skin. Battle Queen just clears every single other option she has, and it's not even close for me. Whenever they make a skin for Fiora, they always have no goddamn idea what to do with the cape.
That'll do. Huh?
No idea. Just staple a wing to her shoulder or something. I don't know. It looks bizarre. Fits perfectly here. She's like royalty, of course. It's decorative. Yes, and the crown and the fact she has the eye patch with the flower in reference to Annie. The fact that they actually did a fun way to actually enhance the hourglass figure. It's armor. It looks natural. There's no random boob plating. It looks practical and stylish all at the same time. I think this is a wonderful blend of everything. If Katarina didn't have his amazing visual effects and the whole changing dagger things, I think this would be the best Battle Queen skin by far for me. I really, really like this one. The Camille's face, that's not her fault, that's Camille. You know what? Hold on. Hold your horses. Riddle me this, Batman. That's supposed to be Camille too. That's actually supposed to be Camille. So, no, I'm gonna have to disagree on that aspect. Now, number 8. And I had to pick an anime squad. You guys already know. There's a clear winner, I think, for me. I think there's a very obvious winner. I think it's also because Briar's launch skin was so... Why are you here, Briar?
Why are you blue?
With Street Demons, it was all about Japanese yokai, and then she was just a Jianshi, okay? But here, what I like about this is because the whole concept of Anime Squad is that the Anime Squad took the Primordian tech and adapted it to their own to make their own version of the technology to be able to fight back the Primordians. When they started succeeding doing that, the Primordians did the reverse. They tried to make bioweapons. They wanted to make a Primordian that had the intelligence and power and prowess of a human combined with a Primordian. And they made Briar, and it failed miserably.
What the hell is this?
Because Briar is just a dumbass creature thing. It's like, oh, humans. Yeah, I love humans. They're great. They're awesome. I'm going to go join them. I think they're fun. It's like a complete recontextualization and different take on Briar's origin of being a failed experiment in such a fun, more lighthearted way. I think that's incredible. And they include like the jellyfish hair. I think it is so funny. I love it. And now for number 7. I had to pick a Fright Night. I don't think Fright Night Wave 2 was as good as the first go around, but if I had to pick one, I think Nunu's my favorite. I absolutely love this. Willump is the monster under the bed, and tell me that is not just Max from Where the Wild Things Are. So they're taking all kinds of different inspirations. It's not just Tim Burton. I love it. It's so fun. It's such a fun way to take him. I think it's so clever and creative. And I love Vigar a lot too.
Is there anybody in here?
I think Vigar is hilarious and really well done. I think this is adorable. Even these plushies will them too. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it. It's great. Now on to number 6. How do I introduce this? I honestly don't know how. Does he need an introduction? I don't think Mr. Harvey Birdman needs one. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Literal Phoenix Wright, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. See, this is beautiful because Azir not only doesn't ever get skins, but when he does, they're all kind of samey. But with this complete change of character from being this corrupted leader of a nation to being a corrupted court attorney, I think it's great. Not only did they fully commit to the joke, it's effortless, especially because all his animations are already naturally just pointing. He points at everything. He's directing his fellow attorneys to do stuff. He's also pointing at the judge, he's pointing at you, objection, everything about it. I love it. Stupid little glasses, his sticky notes, the face of the streamers, his little giant pen staff. I love everything about this. And the idea that, of course, Azir would be the kind of person to rig the entire court in his favor because his ult is the judge's, right? So, like, of course. I was flabbergasted when this released, and I still love it. I think it's wonderful. All right, number 5. I think many of you fellas are not going to agree with me on this one because there's a lot more that it could have done to be better, and I full-heartedly agree. However, I think in concept, oh God, every time I see this art, like, God damn. Chosen of the Wolf Kindred should have been the legendary, hands down. putting that aside, the way Kindred works, because they're believed so worldwide and because they're different cultures have different values. Some cultures only worship half of Kindred. Noxus worships exclusively the wolf. That is their entire philosophy. So the idea that they worship the wolf to such a degree that it turned lamb into a second wolf, you can't see my hands, but that's absolute cinema. I'm sorry, that's fantastic. I absolutely love that. Lamb has never looked this terrifying before. Gosh, it's so freaky looking. The whole, even the bow is made out of like proper Noxian materials. I think this is incredible. I really hope that if they ever give Kindred skins anymore in the future, going this route of just, let's just see what Kindred looks like in Targon or what Kindred looks like in Demacia. It just opens up the door for so much more, and I absolutely love it. Number 4 pains me. It hurts me so that this is at number 4. Some people are always saying it. I hate you. I despise you. Why is this so good? Why? Why did they make it so good? I can't stand this. It's taking the High Noon aesthetic in a fun new direction of being the shadow ghost man. Basically a zombie. That reminds me. I need to grab this real quick. This was the High Noon rapid fire skin review. How did he find me? How did he find me? IRL Yone found me. He's gonna get me in real life now. Maybe that's because I did praise the voice acting and the actual audio effects they use for him switching back and forth between the normal talking, like smooth talking voice, and then he goes like the demon voice.
Our clockwork savior returns. We don't deserve you, Ash.
Can't deny this skin is absolutely phenomenal. As much as I hate you, I despise you with every fiber of my being.
Want a break from the ads?
Let's move on to number 3. So I mentioned in my honorable mentions, you know, I can't double dip into skin lines, and I love Ornn, but come on. How does he keep getting away with it? How? Cho is the biggest enigma of a champion in League of Legends at this point. How is he so old and looks so awful? And yet this one, Shanghai Scrolls, Dark Star, Broken Covenant, how does he keep getting banger after banger after banger in spite of the limitations is insane to me. The irony with this skin is that this one works so well because he's so awful looking. So these horrible outdated animations work in tandem because he's a toy. He's not supposed to move naturally, so the concept itself works for the character model. For a goofy skin for the boy, oh, it's wonderful. And the chromas for this are fantastic.
Say that again?
I love this so much. So fun. Okay, I full on cheated. And you know why. You know damn well why. You know exactly damn well why I'm cheating for number 2. There is no fathomable world where I couldn't include both of these on the list. There's no, I'm sorry, it's not happening. I love this. This is fantastic. It is kind of funny how much people got very horny for Thresh in a janitor's outfit. I still don't comprehend that. But the reason this is so good is because Thresh has absolutely nothing like this. Every single skin he has is always supposed to be this super serious, demonic, powerful man. And then, nah, he's just a man at work. He's just doing his job. It's also really funny because Thresh's whole character arc is about how he worked at a very low-paying, low-level job that nobody ever respects. And he hated his life there. And here, same thing, very low paying, especially I imagine in Mundo's company.
Yeah, Mundo needs you to work weekends.
But it's funny that he just like, no, I love my job. This is great. I love being a janitor. It's just in a better timeline, Thresh just likes being an honest man doing an honest job for an honest living. I think it's incredible. And again, works effortlessly. Having the mop bucket be in place of the lantern, the squeegee in place of the hook, even his autos look perfectly natural with it. Wonderful. Absolutely phenomenal. And now for number 1. There's been a lot of good skins this year, but there's one that takes it home for me undisputedly. That it's not even close. As much as I love Thresh and Azir and Cho and Kindred, there was never even a remote contest that Melio did not take home first place. I fucking love this. Not only is it a new skin line, which they didn't spontaneously oversaturate out of nowhere. Not only did Melio have a very mediocre initial launch skin with Fairy Court, which did not tap into his whole aesthetic very much at all.
Why are you purple?
This entire skin line is so Melio coded. The memories of just being a kid, going out in your rain gear and playing around in the rain, looking at the frogs and the animals and just having fun. Melio as a kid. He's supposed to encapsulate that childlike wonder, and this encapsulates a very specific kind of memory that many of us had when we were kids. Also, because it does make great use of his whole gimmick of being this small child, but is also a protector. He's a protector of the frogs. It changes his Fernacita into this big rain fountain that creates permanent rain because Fizz is stealing it all, the little rat bastard. And also his flamingos. They're tadpoles here. He's protecting the babies.
I would like to see the baby.
Oh, it's so... I love it. Rain Shepherd feels like a passion project. You can just feel the passion radiating off of it, and I absolutely adore this. I think it's fantastic, and I want more, please. But that is it. That is my top 10 best skins of 2024. What do you fellas think? Are there any skins that I missed that you really liked from this year that I didn't include? I can't make my usual B joke because they didn't make any B skins this year, so the entire list is ruined. And actually, I'm editing the video. This thing sucks.